Right guys, very exciting stuff to be out here. It's so beautiful, nice beautiful afternoon, beautiful view here in the back. We're going to set out for a bit of a short walk. We already covered some basic rules there, and so we're going to see what we're going to find. But it's just nice to just be out in the bush. What a blessing to be out in the bush in this late afternoon. My name is Irving Knight.
Hi guys, I'm Mjejane Kruger.
You guys already met me, I'm Mjejane.
Awesome. Let's go. All good. See in the background every now and then we heard a sound of buffalo, and it seems like there's some buffalo tracks also going through, so we're going to see if we can maybe find them. Okay, the thing is just that you know, if we go into sightings, let's please just stay close together, watch the hand signals, let's try and move quietly. You know, especially if there's long dry grass, especially going into sightings, we need to try and lift up our feet a bit more. The thing is just especially animals like, let's say, rhino, elephant, lion, you have to use bushes as much as possible to sneak into a sighting. The whole idea is to move into a sighting, leave a sighting without an animal even knowing that you're there. That's actually with all sightings that we always try and do. But the thing is, buffaloes and giraffes, for example, they like more of an open approach. They want to see what's going on around them. We have an oxpecker flying past, and he's flying quite low. There's more oxpeckers joining up, so it seems like these buffaloes are not far ahead. So yeah, we're going to see if we can maybe get them in a nice open approach. The thing is just buffaloes, you know, when you approach them through thickets, they feel more uncomfortable. So that is why, as I've mentioned, they like more of that open approach, and they're very interesting. Their whole behavior is very much like cattle. As soon as and you'll also notice it now, when we eventually find them, if we get them maybe like with an open approach, that they will many times they will literally dare each other, take a step closer and then turn around, run away some distance, and then come close again. So they're very curious animals. So let's see how it goes. Okay. Also just spotted it's quite far down. There's some elephants in a far distance. We've just picked up the buffaloes. Some of them just noticed us. As I've mentioned, buffaloes, they like more of an open approach. If it's possible, we always try and get into sightings and leave sightings without animals knowing that we're there. But it's not always possible because a big herd of animals here, or fairly big herd of animals, more eyes, more ears, so they will pick us up. But yeah, as long as they see you in the open, because remember, when we're out on a walk, we're walking in the bush, we are seen as predators. We're seen the same as a pride of lions walking out here. So animals just don't like, you know, like us humans as well. So that's the thing. So they can see what we're doing, and then they feel much more comfortable. And as I've mentioned earlier on, the whole behavior is very much like buffalo. Let's just maybe move a bit more this way, get more into the open. Our own curiosity will in many cases pull them closer. Right. The reason why we're standing like this also, the main reason is just if something happened, myself and Etienne, in this case, we can just easily move in front of you. It's much easier to control the group, and we're ahead of the charging animal, so we're basically the barrier between you and the animal. And we've had so many different scenarios over the years, you know, when people are scattered and so on, it's not easy then to control the situation. So it's the easiest ways of controlling situations, what we've learned over the years. Right, what a beautiful sighting, guys.
Very small buffalo to the right. It's almost impossible to see it through the grasses. Tiny, tiny.
Beautiful sight. You can see that curiosity putting them closer. As I've mentioned earlier on, they literally dare each other to take a step closer. But you can see now they're nicely in the open. They will feel much more comfortable. As you can see what is happening now, you know, first what buffaloes usually do, these herds, is that their own curiosity putting them closer and they'll turn around, run away some distance. But when you do an open approach like this, and even like now, I'm not talking of a very soft voice like with sightings, like I said, like with the rhinos and the lions, and say we stalk them, we have to use bushes as much as possible, we have to stay undetected. We also, they should not know that we're there. But in the case of buffaloes, their whole behavior very much like cattle, as I've also explained earlier on. Now the thing is, with this, because we're in an open approach, at first they find us very interesting, and after some time, as you can see like now, the typical cattle behavior, they're just starting to relax and just going off their normal behavior. And sometimes even we've had even cases where we have 300, 400, 500 buffaloes that we're starting to circle all around us, even starting to settle down, some of them even going to lay down, you know, just accepting our presence as long as they can see what we're doing. But as I've also mentioned earlier on, we are seen as predators. We are seen the same as a lion, you know, walking out there hunting. And we as humans, we've been hunters for generations and generations, and that is why always, you know, they see you as a predator. Okay, so that's why, as long as they can see what we're doing, they are fine. Movement is one of the most important factors out here in the bush. And if you take, for example, just an example of any prey animal, when it notices a predator, the first and best defense mechanism is to freeze, stand there still, with the hope the predator will overlook it. Only if the predator, like the lion, is now moving close and starts showing interest, that is, for example, when an impala or whatever will now snort to let the lion know, listen, you've lost your animal of surprise, and when bother trying to chase me because I'm one step ahead of you. If the lion still moves closer, then the animal will turn and run. It's also the same vice versa. I said, for example, a lion is busy stalking an impala. The impala is having a nice meal, and all of a sudden it picks up movement. He immediately will look up in the direction of the lion. The lion will immediately also freeze, he won't move. So in that case, the impala will stare in the direction of the lion for a few minutes, and eventually after some time realize there's nothing and just continue feeding. So very important, when you're in a sighting, with any sighting, even with these buffaloes, not to make any fast movements, jump around and run all over the place. Try and move around as little as possible, and also try and do slow movements. So you can see what they're doing. This one is coming closer, young bull coming closer, and he's literally trying to bring the whole of the herd with him because he wants to show, hey, I'm brave, look at me, I'm brave. I don't take nonsense from predators.